Good morning from Humberside in the UK. I have been here for a few days doing some recordings, some video with Eastern Airways, and by the time this trip report goes out, those videos should actually already be up. So if you are interested in seeing that, feel free to check out the links in the video description below. But today's video is our trip back home. So from Humberside Airport with Eastern Airways to Esbjerg Airport. And the thing I'm most excited about today is simply the fact that we will be flying on one of those. That is a Jetstream 41, truly a rare bird these days. And I have never been flying on this aircraft type, which is why I'm so excited.
Humberside Airport, located south of Hull in the northeast of England, is served by Eastern Airways from Aberdeen, and since December 2022, Eastern is also offering a service to Esbjerg in Denmark. Apart from the always much more relaxed atmosphere of small regional airports, what I particularly like is that everything truly is within walking distance. So after having dropped off the luggage, you are only a few steps from the security check. And after the security check, a surprisingly large shopping area awaits you, and once passed through here, we are already at the departure hall with plenty of opportunities to take a seat and relax. Which in today's case is a very good thing, as there is plenty of time until our departure.
So that's of course the life of any traveler. You will always have some waiting time, but honestly speaking, for a small airport like this, it's a pretty nice looking waiting area. It's definitely not the shabbiest departure hall I've come across so far. So I was doing some recordings here at Humberside Airport yesterday, and I mean, it is a small airport, but there seems to be some hidden corners anyway. I don't know if this is meant to be like this, but anyways, I seem to have found a lounge here at the airport, which I honestly did not expect. But before you get too excited, at least yesterday and also today, the lounge is closed. But I mean, there seems to be a lounge, so it does have the potential. Maybe you're lucky one day and it is open. I did not expect that. So yeah, although this does seem to be an open and official part of the terminal, I think I will still head back to the departures hall, because I don't want to run into anyone who, well, suspects me of doing anything wrong, which of course I'm not, but yeah, let's go back to the gates.
And so with a few minutes delay, boarding for our flight started.
All right, let's go to Esbjerg and see what the aircraft can do for us.
So, welcome aboard flight T3590 to Esbjerg, which I'll be spending in seat 9C. The plane has a one-class cabin with seats in a 1-2 configuration. The seats are comfortable, although rather narrow. Not surprising, however, given the size of the plane. My recommendation, if you are tall or to the larger side, is to get a seat in the single row. The seat pitch is, however, the same for all seats, but I'd say it's sufficient. But as a reference, I'm 182 centimeters tall. The seats have a cup holder, a table, and a little pocket for storage. You won't, however, find any reading material, and again, given the size of the plane, there is no overhead compartment. So if you have larger items as hand luggage, it is definitely recommended to hand this over when boarding the plane. Once in my seat, I'm given a bottle of water. Nice move, Eastern. I've said it in many videos, but any airline that provides free water aboard a plane is in my good books for sure. Unfortunately, the plane had a technical issue which delayed the departure. As such, a normal occurrence to experience if you have traveled a lot, but what I normally experience is that you as a passenger are simply asked to remain patient, and that's it. Only with extreme delays, the crew might start providing something to drink. Here, however, Eastern set itself apart as the crew started a full service. This comprised of the offer of a tea or coffee, a snack, and I of course also still had the before mentioned bottle of water. The fast decision making by the crew when faced with a potentially lengthy delay to immediately think and take care of passengers really impressed me. And so, with a bit of patience and some magic by a mechanic, the plane was ready to go. Shortly after takeoff, the onboard service, now technically the second round, was started with a big surprise.
There's no doubt that the Jetstream must be the smallest aircraft type I have been flying on, commercially at least. I love the experience so far. I mean, this is real flying. Sure, it is quite noisy inside the cabin, but I mean, it is a rather old aircraft, so that's not surprising. But I think so far, I mean, they've taken really well care of us. The one-man crew, 2 pilots and 1 cabin crew. Yes, we've had a bit of a delay on departure due to a technical issue, I believe. I mean, the good thing about flying directly is, of course, that if you have a delay, you at least don't need to worry about losing your connection flight. So that's good. But I mean, I've been on many flights and have experienced many delays. But most of the time, you're just sitting in your seat and just waiting. Here they immediately started their service, and to my very big surprise now, even once in the air, a hot towel. Now that is something you normally experience on long-haul business class flights. I don't think I've ever experienced it on a short-haul flight. So very nice touch from Eastern Airways.
And while we were leaving the British Isles, the service was continued with another round of hot drinks and snacks. So needless to say that I was enjoying myself so far on the flight, and with a flight time of approximately 1 hour 50 minutes, there was also sufficient time for my favorite activity aboard an aircraft, a good old power nap. But not too much time, as unbelievably there was yet another service round prior to our descent, and again with hot towels, hot beverages and snacks. But all good things must come to an end, so with the seatbelt sign switched on again, our descent in towards Esbjerg began. I must say that despite a delay of about 1 hour, Eastern Airways has really surprised me. Yes, the Jetstream 41 is in today's aviation world small, loud and almost ancient, but the plane definitely doesn't lack any charm. The crew on this flight did an outstanding job handling any challenges and throughout the journey remained professional and accommodating. With the complimentary onboard service, Eastern Airways managed to surprise me with the offer of hot towels, which is a small thing, but in today's aviation world where all services are cut back to the bare minimum or only are available for a fee, it felt like a glimpse back to a time where flying perhaps wasn't quite as rationalized. And if you now would like to know more about the airline and would like to have a little glimpse behind the scenes of Eastern Airways, then I can highly recommend my latest aviation documentary, which I'll leave a link to in the video description below. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Bye. And with that, welcome to Esbjerg Airport, and thanks to today's wintry conditions with bus deboarding. And one highlight is still waiting for us on this journey, but inside the terminal. Because once we have cleared the passport control, and just behind this door we find the perhaps cutest little baggage belt I know of. Alright, so with that we've come to the end of today's journey. We have arrived in Esbjerg. Thank you very much for having joined me on this trip. Of course, if you would like to see more content like this, don't forget to leave a like, and if you are new around here and haven't already, then you're always welcome to hit subscribe. Now, there's not much more me to do now because I will be out of this airport within a few minutes. That's the joy of traveling from smaller regional airports. Traveling is just very easy and very fast. Now, with that, until next time, see you. Bye bye.